All right, we're about ready to get things started here. I hope everyone is having a terrific Tuesday evening so far. Firstly, yes, we are doing Amalur tonight. No Destiny 2, obviously. That's on hold until the next expansion drops, which should be sometime in the near future. But also, doing a short Amalur stream tonight. Didn't really plan on taking off work today, so yeah, that's why. But hey, I played through all of Space Marine 1 today, so that's what I did. But we got some news. We got a couple of news stories. So we got Marathon showing off some gameplay last week. Marathon, if you guys don't know, it was one of Bungie's original trilogy of games before they did Halo. It's kind of the trilogy that put them on the map. And about a year or so ago, they announced that they were making a new Marathon game. Not a remake, just a brand new game set in the Marathon universe. And they showed off some gameplay of it over the weekend. And unfortunately, my suspicions of that game were confirmed. It is going to be an extraction shooter, which, if you know anything about me, you guys know I've spoken with distaste for extraction shooters. I think they are dumb. I think they are stupid, and I don't like them. I don't like the idea of it being like battle royale games. I'm fine with, and since what I don't really like is extraction shooter, which is essentially a battle royale, but you keep all the equipment that you get in each match. But I don't like the idea of getting all your equipment and then all of a sudden you just fucking die and you lose all of it. I don't know. I don't like the concept, and again, I've said this before, but I still think to this day it's part of the reason why the cycle died. But I could go on about that for I can bring up the cycle stuff anytime, and either way, yeah, it's gonna be extraction shooter. They have a pre-alpha that you can sign up for by joining their Discord server, which I'm going to give it a shot just to see how it is, but I was getting a lot of Apex Legends vibes coming from this gameplay. I was seeing people compare it to, like, I saw someone say it was looked like a cross between Apex Legends and Risk of Rain. I've not played Risk of Rain, although I know it is very popular. But I think the big comparison for me is it just looks like Apex Legends and Destiny 2 gameplay. I don't necessarily hate the aesthetic though. The sort of neon green, pink, and white look is pretty nice, admittedly. But we're just gonna have to wait and see how it is. It's not really looking that good for Bungie, and I don't know if this is gonna push the needle. On top of that, right, this is a paid game. This is not gonna be a free-to-play game, but I think they did state that it's not going to be $70. So for all I know, it could be a $40 game or something along the lines of that. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what they announced the price for. I don't know if they did announce the price for it. But they did at least say that it's not going to be full price. So that's something, I suppose. My whole thing, right, is that we live in a day and age where there are really great remakes of popular FPS games coming out. So obviously, we got the Doom games, we got the new Doom games with 2016 Eternal and the upcoming Doom Dark Ages. You had the Wolfenstein remakes, and now, and obviously more recently, you had the System Shock remake. So instead of doing that and remaking the Marathon games, to where, hey, you know, you might actually be able to retain some goodwill from your fan base, they instead decided to make a brand new game in based on the IP, but have it be a little too, you know, they're chasing the extraction shooter trend. And I saw someone point out, you know, Concord was late to the hero shooter, they were late to the hero shooter trend. Now people are saying that it looks like Marathon could be late to the extraction shooter trend, and I do think that is going to be the case. But it could be, there's always the chance that it will be a success. Who knows? Again, we're gonna have to wait and see. I don't think they put out a release date yet. They just have a pre-alpha they can try out, so yeah. But speaking of remakes and remasters, next story we're gonna talk about, probably the biggest story of the week. Someone did an oopsie daisy, and it turns out that the rumors of the official Oblivion remaster are true. You can look it up right now. Leaks of the upcoming Oblivion remaster are out. There are screenshots that you can look at on Virtuoso's website. Virtuoso, which is the company that is making the Oblivion remaster. I guess someone did an oopsie daisy, and screenshots of the remaster are on their website. So this was a news story that was kind of being tossed around for the past couple months now, with a possible Oblivion remake / remaster. I was kind of on the skeptic side with everything. You know, thinking that it could be true, could not be true. Turns out, yes, it is true. It is happening. Now it's just a matter of, are we going to get a deadlock situation where Virtuoso and Bethesda are just gonna pretend it doesn't exist until they are ready to officially announce it, or are we gonna get a case where they're just gonna go, well, cat's out of the bag, might as well just announce it now. Which now obviously does leave a can of worms open with Sky Oblivion, which, if you guys don't know, that's the fan-made Oblivion remake that's currently in development by a group of mod developers. They're at I think they're still like 90% completion. They're set to release this summer, and you know, because of history with like stuff like H2M and all that. And I know this is wild to think about, given that Bethesda's always usually been good with their modding community. I'm just still a little afraid that maybe Bethesda will send a sort of cease and desist to the Sky Oblivion devs, telling them, hey, you can't do this anymore, despite the fact that you've been in development for like 10 years now. But, you know, you have to wait and see if whether or not that does happen. If it doesn't happen, great, awesome. Then, you know, we'll have 2 remasters of Oblivion to do. I think the difference here will be that, you know, Sky Oblivion will be just a general remaster of the base game. They're not doing the DLCs as of right now, because they want to push to at least get the main game finished. Whereas I believe with the official Oblivion remaster, that will likely have the DLCs included. So, you know, hey, I guess Oblivion fans will get the best of both worlds if they want the fan-made version or the completely official redone version. Don't know on release date yet. That hasn't been announced, but yeah, no. Screenshots are out right now. I've looked at them myself. and it does look good. It looks really good. So, yeah. But that's basically it for the news. We got Amalur tonight. Just a 2-hour-long stream. Relatively short. Tonight's Thoughtful Shill goes to Dance with the Dead. Great synthwave band. Highly recommend you go check them out. All their music is stream free to listen to. Just make sure you know, obviously, give proper credits and all that stuff. And, yeah. Their song Wolfpack is the official theme for Wolfpack Wrestling Saturday Night Showdown. Go listen to them on wherever you listen to your music, whether it be YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, maybe. Yeah, go give them a look. And as we all know, thoughtful shills are the best kind of shills. I almost hit stop recording like an idiot. Mary, what are you doing? Looks like she was like huffing at me for a little bit. What do you want, miss? Just want lap time? Okay. Silly bean. But yeah, last we left off for Kingdoms of Amalur, we completed the Warsworn quest line, and so now we are about to dive into one of the 3 DLC expansions for this game, starting with the Legend of the Dead Kel. The Alpharm Merchant Navy has a have a position for a willing and courageous individual. I should seek out their official contact, Commodore Garrick, in the Seafoam Tavern in Rathier. So that's what we're gonna do. And as we go through along the DLCs, we're gonna do this one first. Then we're gonna do Teeth of Naros, and then the new expansion for the game. They came out with the remaster with I can't remember what this expansion is called, but yeah. Hello there.
You must be here about the notice. How do I know? Simple. No one but potential applicants will even speak to me. Must be because I...
New DLC is called Fatesworn. Thank you.
Of one sending young souls off to certain doom.
I'm here about the job.
Well, once you hear the details, I'm sure you will lose interest. Everyone else does. We of the Alpha Merchant Navy wish to hire a representative to track and kill the notorious pirate Dead Kel and
hey, Leroy.
Of murderous hanged men.
Hope your day's going well. Who is Dead Kel?
They had many names for him during the Middle Kingdoms era. Ghost of the Frostbreak, the Blood Red Sail. Every captain and swab on the Frostbreak Sea feared for their lives when Kel raised his flag. Many widows were made in those days, my friend. Of course, that was centuries ago, before he was killed.
Dead Kel died? Oh, you don't say. It's almost as though dead is in his name.
Oh, yes. The Alpha Navy put an end to Dead Kel generations ago. They tracked him to his island hideaway and turned his ship to tinder. There were no survivors. Now you understand our predicament.
What has he done?
Our shipping and transport lanes are a gauntlet. Dead Kel preys on our ships like scabs feast on the dying. We are helpless against him. We're losing 1 in 5 vessels departing from Rathier. Good sailors gone. Vital supplies sent to the depths. This must end now.
I'll do it.
You will? Truly? I must admit I did not anticipate this development. Here is your payment. It is made in good faith. Once you've made your preparations, report to Captain Rast Bratigan in the Keys. She will be your escort. Rast is a good and loyal companion and a competent sailor, despite what they say. May Lyria protect you, and may her breath ever be at your back. Good luck.
All right.
Trust Rast.
Time to set sail on the seven seas, or maybe there is just one more sea. I don't know how many seas are in this game. One. There's just one sea. Hey, Captain.
Don't bother me. I'm waiting for a passenger. Some suicidal idiot.
I might be that suicidal idiot.
I want to make a good impression.
Don't wanna be a suicidal idiot.
Well, tie me up and drag me under. You're the one the Navy's hooked
Excuse
into
you?
finding Gallows End and killing Dead Kel. It's suicide. Really? Ask the others. Oh, wait. You can't. But don't worry about them. Like my mother said, don't weep for the fallen. Even if they could hear you, they wouldn't care.
What others?
You know, the other applicants. Dead. All of them. All of the ones they found, that is. Plenty of others just vanished. One poor fellow was found cut into teeny tiny pieces. They needed a bucket to pull all of him from the surf. But don't you worry, we'll have a fine voyage.
Tell me about Dead Kel.
He's the worst of the worst. A villain who truly enjoys the pain he inflicts. He's a slippery one, though. Not even death can catch Dead Kel. I'd love to be the one to bring him in. Maybe then I'd finally get some respect.
What is Gallows End?
It is the mysterious island fortress of Dead Kel and his crew. Why? Do you know how to get there? Because I have no idea. I was hoping to figure it out as we go, but I'm starting to wonder if that's a good idea.
No, I don't think so. You're brave.
Flattery will get you nowhere, unless I've had too much to drink. Then I'm afraid to say it'll get you all sorts of strange places. I shall not elaborate. Tari and I are ready when you are.
Do I need anything?
Only what you want with you in case of an emergency. There aren't many merchants where we're headed.
Who's Tari?
He's the fine first mate
Tari.
on the ground next to me. Words aren't his strength, although I'd be pressed to say what is exactly. I found him after I was forced to maroon my last first mate on a desert island. That man became obsessed with me, probably because we had sex. A lot.
You didn't need to. You didn't need to tell me that. Just gonna let you know there's some things you could just keep to yourself. You know where you're going?
Seeing as I don't believe in navigation, I'd have to say no. Not at the moment. Not to worry. Once you've wrecked enough ships, you get the hang of it.
You're not really inspiring confidence in me, but okay, I'm ready.
If you're ready to depart, my vessel awaits. You'll find her both swift and seaworthy. Just don't go down into the hold. There's a leak down there. It's big. I'm predicting an uneventful voyage.
Why does she sound familiar?
Off we go then. Trust no one, except me, of course.
Lo, hear the tale of the pirate king who cut a blood-red wake from dark Rathir to frost-sprang sea, and Dead Kel was his name. With hanged men crew and bone-white flag, he sailed from Gallows End. No solace for a sailor true when Dead Kel's ship came in.
Oh, how great!
see such a horrendous disaster. Too bad. Are you well? Everything in its right place? Most of the others were killed. It wasn't quick. I heard their cries in the fog, but I couldn't do a thing.
What happened?
Dead Kel. One moment there was nothing but open sea before us, and the next there he was. It didn't take much to sink the Calamity. That poor ship was asking for mercy, and Dead Kel granted her wish.
Where are we?
Welcome to Gallows End, my friend. At least I think that's where we ended up. I hope you like surprises.
Sorry for your loss.
No one is sorrier than I am. Those men and women were my family. Traveling as I do, there aren't many opportunities for closeness. I found that on the Calamity. Found it and lost it. Good thing Tari is still with me. Well, mostly.
What happened to Tari?
Not sure exactly, but he's bleeding like a gutted fish. We're going to need to reach shore if we want to fetch help. We'll have to come back for him. I wish there was another way.
I have a potion. Is the ship ruined?
Gone, Lyria, bless her. Like Mother always said, never love anything, because all things end up dead. A wise woman, my mother. And very, very sad. The hull drifted off into an eastern cove, where it sank away completely. Only bubbles remain.
It's just you and me now.
And a more capable team I can't imagine. It appears our best path to the mainland is through a nearby cavern, but it seems to be flooded and blocked by debris. I do carry some old cobalt explosives in my pack, but I've never used one before. Well, not successfully. No time to jaw.
You can probably just take those off your hands. Oh, is that Tari? I think that's Tari. A Leviathan's shell. Ooh. Looks cool. Yeah, that looks cool.
Time to see whether or not these explosives are worth the price I paid
Lady, you're in a cave with water coming down on it. Chin up. What? You? The hell was that? I legit can't remember what the name of those things were. I'm sure we'll see them again. Oh, scabs. Okay. Alright, we're gonna jump down. Yep. Because I want to see what else this area has to offer. Hello there, crabs.
Jabbering jellyfish! I'm out of explosives! And we're so close, I can hear the waves on the sand. One of us is going to need to find some way to get us through this wall. And by someone, I mean you. You see, I don't swim. Or did I fail to mention that?
What do we need?
Anything that can get us through this wall. Be creative. I'd help you, but I can't swim. Let's go! Amazing! We survived! I didn't want to say anything in the cavern, but I was betting against us. In the words of my dear departed mother, always prepare for the worst, for it'll probably happen. There looks to be a settlement on the beach.
How many more quotes does your mother have?
Let's see who's at home. Ready when you are?
Akara.
You're leading this mission now. You might want to introduce yourself. Ready when...
Looks like a really charming place, this. Hello there.
Akara blesses us with another lost soul. Welcome, stranger. I am Alder Malloy, and you've arrived at Cape Solace just in time. Tell me, how have you come to find yourself upon our shore?
Well, our ship wrecked. What is Cape Solace?
It is a village established by those of us whose fates have brought us to Gallows End. Sailors and settlers, foreigners and families, but castaways all. We have made a life here on these beaches and in this village.
Who is Akara?
Akara is the reason I am here. The reason all of us on this island are here. And maybe, my friend, it's why you are here as well. Akara is this island and everything upon it.
We are here for the Dead Kel.
Ah, so you're here for the oppressor, he who was cast down. You're not the first to arrive on these shores in search of him. You will not be the last. But Akara's magic protects us here in Cape Solace. We are safe from Dead Kel's deathless touch. The same cannot be said for those who venture past the boundaries of the village, near the keep and the surrounding forest.
You know Dead Kel?
Dead Kel was the favorite son of Akara. He was given great gifts from our protector, only to squander them in the pursuit of power. We are blessed not to fear him. So many others live at his mercy, but not those of us here on the safety of the beaches. Akara protects the faithful.
What is this? What is the keep?
Why, it is the great fortress that looms in the north. Grave Hall, as it was named by the Diverga craftsmen who raised its mighty walls. But the Diverga have long since abandoned the island, leaving their great keep empty. Some in the village, like Paddy, are intrigued by the keep's dark courts and corridors. But I would avoid it. Grave Hall is haunted.
Oh, why are we safe here?
The villain Dead Kel rules much of this island, and he strives tirelessly to control every last inch. Akara will not let this happen. We are protected in this spot alone, just south of the river and along the coast. The Fallen One has no power here, and it enrages him.
I'll help how I can.
Then you will fit in well, for keeping the village strong is truly a group undertaking. We get by with Akara's blessing and providence, of course. You may stay with us for as long as you wish, but might I suggest that you find a way to make yourself useful? We all must do our part.
I don't know about you, but all of this talk about Akara is unsettling. I'm going to ask around about ways to get off the island, since I'm almost certain we're not going to want to stay.
How will we get back?
We'll have to secure another vessel, but from the looks of the village, they don't often venture past the reef. In the meantime, I'll ask you to scour the beaches for survivors of our wreck. I fear that we may be all that's left of the calamity. Such a possibility has left me agitated. I try not to worry. Anxiety doesn't agree with me.
Me too, sister. There may be more survivors?
I did not see my bosun Thora among the dead, or his wife Asa. There's a chance they have evaded death's grip and still count among the living. Mark my words, if even one of them survives, I will fight to the Earth's edge to find them.
I'll bring them back.
That's the spirit. I knew taking you on board was the right idea. That fortune teller didn't know what she was talking about. I will stay here and speak to Alder about a boat, and I'll have them send men to fetch Tari from the sandbar. I'll have Dead Kel's head if it's the last thing I do. Lyria, watch over you.
Lucky to be alive.
Hello there, Cass. Anything I can do to make you more comfortable? Thank you much.
Look what the reef brought ashore this time. I am Padrig Dower, My friends call me Paddy, but I have few of those here in the village. I assume dear Alder's given you the welcome speech? Poor, foolish man. It's getting crowded down here, you know. Pity we can't move, some of us at least, up to the keep on the hill.
What is Gravehall Keep?
Thing of beauty, isn't it? Nothing like the great city of Odessa, of course, but just as breathtaking. Please excuse my enthusiasm. I was an architect back in the world. If you want a nicer place to live, and you aren't afraid of spirits, I can help you get that keep. Interested?
Do you think it's haunted?
It's not haunted. Cursed, maybe, but not haunted. Gates locked.
I think those two are the same thing, buddy.
Damn scavs. And something else inside that's loud as hell. Every so often, someone gets an idea to sneak in. Most don't get as far as the door, and those who do never come back.
How do you know all this?
I've gotten as far as the top of the wall to have a peek inside. It wasn't easy, but I had a good enough look to know I'd better climb right back down and think of something else. Everything else, I know from the dream.
What dream?
Last night, I dreamt of the keep as it once was, several stories tall and so beautiful, it made me cry. When I awoke, I was clutching this key in my hand. I don't put much stock in a Kara, but I do know a sign when I see one. There was more, but I can't recall it clearly. Perhaps it'll come back to me when we get inside. Will you come?
I think Curse suggests someone has cursed it and thus has some control over it versus haunted, where it's the spirits doing whatever they please. Fair. We?
Yes, we. I'm going with you. I'm not much good in a fight, but I can remember enough of what I saw in the dream to know where to go. So, you want to help me or not?
Sure.
Fantastic! Let me know when you're ready to go, and we'll be off. I'll be ready whenever. Goodbye.
Alright, we will save that for when we finish up this DLC, because that's a faction quest. Not surprised to see Boggarts here. This.
You must be one of the new arrivals. Tell me, did Cape Solace drive you out as well? I am Nesta Gwynedd. My husband Cadwallon and I have only been here a short time. We've managed to eke out a tolerable existence on our own. Or we did, before the scav infestation.
What scav infestation?
Several months ago, my husband and I started a garden on Storm Point. It has saved our lives. Thanks to this secret spot, we've been able to fill the village stores to brimming. Now, however, scavs seem to have taken a keen interest in Storm Point as well. They wish not to fill their stores, but their bellies instead.
What is a scav?
Scavs are not native to the Frostbreak Sea. They come from the south, infesting ships and living off the cargo, and often the crew. They've made quite a home here on Gallows End, nesting in large broods, deep and damp old fastings left behind by the Dverga.
I'll help you.
If your goal is to ingratiate yourself to the inhabitants of this island, you've chosen the right path. You have my thanks, and the thanks of those who wish to eat. Come, we will take you to Storm Point. It's not far, just past the boundaries of Cape Solace and Gravehall Keep. Let's go.
Alright, well, what are you guys doing?
Storm Point is along the coast. Let's go.
We're close.
We mustn't go any farther. The scabs will know we're coming. Ugh, those little monsters can hear the hair stand up on the back of your neck. Eat scabs.
I'll be fine.
Thank you. Our stores were running low, and it's not as easy as you'd think to gather food in these treacherous lands. There are others in the village that could use your help. In fact, I was planning to ask someone to venture down to Scuttle Beach. I saw a ship before the scabs moved in. I'm convinced it ran aground on the rocks below, but I can't be sure. Someone should check for survivors.
I think that may have been the ship I was just on.
I am forever...
Hello?
Oh, I got some fair Gorda, but it said they are skeletal pirates. I would imagine Barbossa isn't that far behind.
So, I'm not the only one who walked out of that mess. I figured you for a sturdy one, but surviving that wreck, that's fate. We shouldn't waste a moment. My wife, my Asa, she still lives, but they took her. I've never seen anything like it. Scavengers. They look like fair Gorta, but not like any I've ever seen.
Any other survivors?
No, it was just us. Asmir, Kelly, Free, Edric, Udin. They're all gone. All dead. They were good people. Proud. Not the bedraggled bunch many mistook them for. It's a shame.
I'll get her back.
Thank you. I won't forget this, truly. I will make way inland. If there are others on this island, I will find them, and I will send them. My heart goes with you. Get her back!
Ah, hello there.
We need to talk. You're not a sailor, are you? Sailors pitch when they walk dry ground, list like drunkards at a wake. No, you're not one of them. So who are you?
Who are you?
My name is Nina Malloy. You met my father Alder back in the village. He wouldn't be pleased to find me here. Of course, very little pleases my father. I've walked this island since I was no bigger than a boggart. But I'm still prohibited from venturing past the village on my own. I can take care of myself.
You shouldn't be here. Oh, wait. You shouldn't be here alone.
Ha! That it's you know. I killed my first scav in this very fasting. I don't need protection. Yours. Not my father's. Not Akara's. Keep telling our people that the offering only makes us slaves. Makes us weak. But do they listen? No. They've been trained not to.
Is the offering bad?
We sacrifice one of our own people to Akara.
Oh.
A being none of us have ever seen. And one that's desires are not known to us. Is the offering bad? Yes.
Can you leave the island?
We can leave whenever we wish. All of us. Only we lack a vessel fit for such a journey. Wouldn't matter, however. Most of the villagers in Cape Solace wish to stay right here. My father has them convinced that their destiny is to serve Akara. My destiny is my own. If only he understood that.
What is the offering?
It takes place once in a generation. A member of the village is chosen, and then she's offered to the god Akara as a sacrifice. During the offering ceremony, Akara imbues the chosen one with his magic and transforms her into his arbiter, his mouthpiece in the village. We follow her guidance, whether we wish to or not.
There's a woman in trouble.
Yes, so I gathered. The scabs aren't partial to intruders, especially ones they can eat. I'll join you if you don't mind. I know these tunnels better than anyone.
Fine by me.
I'll watch your back. I've been all over this accursed island, but I tend to avoid wasting my time.
You okay? You stuck?
Are you ready?
You look like you're stuck.
Cycle the first, Irathi. Greetings, dear Netta. If I view this record as a personal correspondence, it makes the distance bearable, keeps the fear at bay. You know how expeditionary travel vexes me. I shall begin. I was not certain what to expect following my disembarkation upon this grim isle. After initial investigation, there appears to be a significant Irathi presence, one that predates any other signs of organized life on the island. It is a curious thing. Why would such beings descend to this wounded realm? Whatever beckoned to them, its call must have been incredibly powerful. More research is needed. Be well, dear Netta. I miss you.
You've come. They came as soon as the hull went under. The cargo, the survivors, the sails, everything stripped like flesh from a bone. I didn't think I'd live to see the morning. Not with Dead Kel here.
Will you be okay?
I'm going to see if there's anyone else on this island. There are too many structures for it to be deserted.
I can assure you it's not.
Don't be foolish.
Oh.
And what is this? Tell me, stranger, what brings you down these dank passages? Salvage? Riches? The allure of a most magnificent death? If you must die, it should be at the hands of a monster like me. My victims are almost as infamous as I am.
Oh, you okay, cat? Mary slipped off the desk. She's okay, though. She's fine. I was gonna say, Cervantes, I know that's you. Get back to Soul Calibur, please. How are you alive?
I have touched the hand of death and been chosen. So it is with all great men. We transcend mortality. But you wouldn't know of such things, would you? Death will not have me. Not until I am satisfied. And I am not satisfied. Oh no, I still hunger.
What are you doing?
Sinking your ship was only the start. Now it must be stripped to its bones, picked apart piece by glorious piece. Everyone's scavengers. It is how we survive. Killing the crew, well, that was for pleasure. Forgive me if I like to treat myself every once in a while.
You'll pay for your crimes.
Will I? The Alpha Navy tried to stop me once. They sought to stretch my neck. Yet who do you think ended up dangling from the gallows? Don't make the same mistake they did. Don't come to my home and call for my head. It's foolish, and worse, disrespectful. I will forgive you this once, but that is all. Now leave Gallows End.
No. You can't make me.
to Dead Kel, stranger. Find a ship, find a captain, then sail far, far away from Gallows End. I'll see that your friend gets to the village. After that, I'm going to do some exploring. There was another crash not soon after yours. A ship that ran aground up north. I was planning to follow the survivors inland, but there also might be something of value in their wreckage.
You know Dead Kel?
I wouldn't call him a close relation, but I've seen him from time to time. He doesn't show his ghastly face around Cape Solace that often. I guess even he's got an interest in good salvage.
Tell me about the wreck.
I can't be sure of what happened until I see for myself. But it was a large ship, a merchant galley, or perhaps even an old naval vessel. It was big, though, and it rode low in the water, loaded down with cargo, or with men, or with both.
Follow survivors.
Good idea. I can't tell if these castaways are going to be friendly or just plain mad. Look at you. Perhaps I'll see you back at Cape Solace. Till then, try to stay out of trouble.
Can't guarantee that. Poor bastard.
Look at you! I could just gobble you up, but it's in my contract with the Navy that I do no such thing. You found the Ardings alive and well, if not a bit soggy. Well done. I had a feeling you'd be full of surprises. I've been here searching for a means of escape, but everyone is so preoccupied with their precious scion that they hardly give me a glance.
Did they find Tari?
No. They didn't. Older believed he passed not long after we left him, and that he was swept out to sea. He was a good first mate, Tari. I'll miss the silent little scallywag. We did try to save him, but the winds of fortune don't always blow in our favour.
What is the Scion?
She's the one they're handing over to their god, their precious Akara. They hold a splendid ceremony and surrender her as a vessel. Then the rest of her life is spent in intimate meditation with the spirit. Sounds dreadful.
I spoke with Dead Kel.
You met him, did you? Tell me, what did the villain have to say for himself? Did he have the hangmen with him? Bloodgrin, the Whispering Witch, the Baronet?
The Whispering Witch?
She wields a powerful staff, and she likes to whisper into the ears of her victims before they die. No one knows what she says. She's also said to be Dead Kel's lover. Gross.
Bloodgrin?
Big nasty brute. He kills with his bare hands if he can, but he'll settle for his hammer if he wants to be especially messy.
The Baronet?
He's a fancy one. More concerned with his silks and swagger than with taking a life. As Mother always said, manners will get you everywhere, and I mean everywhere.
I've got to find Dead Kel.
True, and I think I know how. Aldous spoke of an old castaway, a man named Key, who has been on this island longer than anyone. Perhaps he's lived long enough to know our pirate friend. If nothing else, it's a good place to start. Hurry back.
Oh, driftwood sandals. Can't wear those.
You've got... You don't need to answer that. I'll see you around.
God damn, cat! How do you keep slipping on your ass like that? Jesus. Hold on, second monitor is out. You okay? Jesus. Move this slightly over here. All right. Hi. Here. Here, sweet. Okay. That's the second time you slipped. Did a heckin' slip and fall? She's fine. Be okay.
I'm sorry about your friend Tari. His loss was unfortunate. But in my time, I've learned that everything occurs according to Akara's plan.
Oh, shut up!
We in the village are preparing for the offering ceremony to receive our new scion. Only then will you truly understand.
You have information?
Captain Bretigan explained that you plan to bring Dead Kel to justice. I understand your reasons, but the quest is folly. Still, I wish you success. So I will point you in the direction of a man named Key. He is the oldest castaway on Gallows End. He will have answers. Before you speak with him, I must ask you a favor. Your journey will take you past Soul Deep Fasting, where my wife Bridget prepares for the offering. Take her this amulet. She will want it. All scions wear it during the ceremony.
Cats, the silent, graceful hunters of both the natural and urban jungles, also clumsy little goofs getting into mischief. Yep. That is Cats. Not the movie, the Cats in general. I refuse to see Cats for very obvious reasons. Alright, so we're off to go meet this guy named Key.
It wasn't easy, but I followed that landing party inland. Nobody carrying that much cargo is here by accident. There's a storm brewing. You'll be happy to know that I took a prisoner. That dainty fellow over there. He says he's harmless, but I'm not so sure. I had a chance to scout a bit closer and caught sight of another ship. One that's still intact just offshore. If I were crazier, I'd steal it and make for open sea. Mostly, I just want to go after their leader. If his people are here for blood, we'll know soon enough.
Landing party?
I must say, they resembled a war party more than a ship's crew. I counted warriors, and even a few scholars among them. It's not uncommon for outsiders to come to Gallows End, seeking Akara's power and the island's magic. I just haven't witnessed it in many years.
Go after the leader.
I was hoping you'd see things my way. The people in Cape Solace always lay their fates down at the feet of others. Whether it's Akara, Dead Kel, or even my father. I will no longer stand by and do nothing. I will go and I will find the one behind this invasion. He will answer to me. by.
Oh. Her armor looks cool.
What is it you seek? The new scion must not be disturbed. Her meditations are of great importance to the offering ceremony. Without the proper preparation, she won't withstand the power that comes with Akara's blessing. It will destroy her.
This amulet is for Bridget.
Soon, that name will mean nothing. She will be the scion, Akara's chosen one, and the vessel for his power. I will give her the amulet once she breaks from her meditation. You must leave now. That is not a suggestion. Akara be praised.
Ow.
Hello. Forgive my confusion, but have we met?
No, but are
arrived
you
on
okay?
land several months ago, or so the villagers tell me. Bearing this nasty bump on my head. Tricky business, memory. When you have it, you forget it's there. Once it's gone, you forget, well, everything. Even now, I came out here for some reason I can't recall. All I have to show for my time is this map. Little good it will do me here.
What map?
Well, it's not a whole map, not really, more of a scrap of parchment. I found it among these debris. But why was I looking through them in the first place? For salvage? For tortoise eggs or crabs? For shells? Maybe it's a map leading to buried treasure.
What do you know about it?
I'd say it's Diverga by the lettering and the designs, but I don't even know why I'd say such a thing. What's a Diverga? I don't know. I can hardly remember my name most mornings. If you look closely at the corners of the parchment, you'll see that it seems to have been torn from a larger whole, perhaps into many separate pieces.
I'll take it.
Please do, it's yours. What good is a map on an island with no boats? If I come upon any more, you're welcome to them. That is, if I remember who you are. Go get that treasure.
Oh, wait, okay. This one I'm gonna have to actually look up on how to complete it, because this isn't tracked, good. Or, wait a minute. Oh, is it? Could be wrong, but don't we have to read? I think we have to read the thing. These scattered pieces of parchment appear to be part of a larger whole, a map. I should try to find the others to discover where the map leads. Northern coast were in Elfar, but the rest is in complicated Divergent script. 2 other fragments are required to form the complete map. I think, yeah, we're supposed to take those little clues and actually head up to where it says. Yeah. Oh, hey, it's a thrush. Oh shit, wait, Mudhold. That's the location of the first fragment. Let's head into that right quick. It's all the way down here. And we have a quest down here too. Cool.
Listen to me. You have to listen. She's in there. Angerad is in there, and she won't come out. We have to do something, please.
What did she do?
The unthinkable. She made a bargain with the pirate king himself, Dead Kel. For years, Angerad has yearned for her life back in Rathia. Her days were spent in silence, her nights in pools of tears. But I never thought she would turn to him. I tried to stop her, I did, but she won't listen to me. We've been friends for 3 years, but that means nothing to her now.
I forget I said it, but the reason cats get so pissy is because they are nature's killing machine, but they weigh 8 pounds, so everyone keeps picking them up and kissing them. Yeah. Also, how's it going, CJ? What was the bargain?
Island legend says that Mudhold is where Dead Kel creates his fair Gorta crew with the help of a wizard. I'm not sure exactly. Nina Malloy has probably been there, but where hasn't she been on this rock?
I'll deal with her.
She's taken refuge underground in the crumbling remains of Mudhold Fasting. The things she is doing there, you can't imagine. Be careful. Angerad is a delicate creature, and something deep inside of her is shattered. She would not listen to reason, and that makes her dangerous. I don't know how to thank you. Be careful.
Cycle the second, the Alfar. You would not enjoy the awkward scrambles needed to traverse this isle, my love. They are treacherous. I must resemble the tumblers we witnessed in Sun Camp all those many nights ago, reeling and twisting. The Arathi were not the only inhabitants of Gallows End, though surely the oldest. Natural caverns in the north and south boast evidence of a variety of other visitors, both man and beast. Alfar weapons and armor litter the beaches, treasures for the taking. They too seem to have departed in haste. It is a troubling trend. What is terrorizing everyone? Give my good wishes to the Templars, dear Netta. As always, you are in my thoughts.
What do you want? Don't you know that Dead Kel will kill you if he finds you scurrying around in his tunnels? You should have better sense. Better sense than me, at the very least.
Who are you?
I am Angarat Glindower. Why? Who are you? You may not believe it to gaze upon me, but I was once a civilized person. A wife. A mother. A mage. All that was taken from me when I awoke on Gallows End. Years I've wasted here. Years I will never recover. But no more.
What are you doing?
I am fulfilling my purpose. Doing what needs to be done to release me from my imprisonment. Fair Gorta are not easy to create. It takes time, energy, power. But I do it, because Dead Kel and I have an agreement. He is not as cold as they say. And he has his reasons for being a monster, just as I now have mine.
Dead Kel is your master?
I belong to no one. Kel and I have an agreement. That is all. He has sworn to take me back to civilization. Back to Rathir. Home. But I must create for him enough fair Gorta crewmen to see him through his coming conquests. I possess rare skills. Especially so far from the Scholia Arcana. It seems mages are in short supply on Gallows End.
You possess a very particular set of skills. I have a ship.
A ship, you say? There is only one on this island who has the power to come and go as he pleases, and that is Dead Kel. I know the sound of lies. I've been listening to my own for too long now.
That's a damn shame. Long ago, the black coral reefs behind the island stretched into the sky, threatening to engulf the island whole. Oh, cool. +1 to mana regeneration. I don't really need that, because I don't use magic, but cool. There's the other map fragment. Oh shit, there we go. Those both maps. Let's see. This fragment of yellowed parchment appears to be part of the Divergent treasure map. It has the word Storm Point written on it in Alphar, but the rest is written in complete Divergent script. Well, nice. We get to go hunt down for some treasure. Let's get out of this cave first. It's a bit dank.
Hi there. Deep in my heart, I knew this would be how our story ended. The desire consumed her in a single bright flash, like lightning in a sea storm. I loved her. It's something I could never admit to her face, but I can say so easily now. I'm such a coward. Thank you for your efforts. You did what had to be done, and what I was too weak to do. Killing is never easy. Goodbye. Be safe.
Oh, that's all the way up there. You can have that up on the way. Ah, you must be Key.
Another one, eh? Well, the counter just keeps drawing them in. Fish trapped in his widening net. What is it you want, Castaway? The simplest answer to your problems lies beyond those cliffs there. One swift drop, and then peace.
Alder said you could help.
Priest, eh? How is it that most pawns aren't even aware of the game? Every few years, Alder sends me a hopeless spirit, praying I can provide a Fate Weaver's wisdom. But I have no hope to give. I have nothing. Dead Kel has seen to that. Look around you. We are damned.
Where is Dead Kel?
Where is he? Everywhere, you fool. Everywhere. Try to leave this island, Dead Kel is there. Try to hide in the fastings, Dead Kel is there. You're better off hiding from your own shadow.
You're a Fate Weaver?
I was. You know of Fate Weavers, then? Know that we are a tragic brood destined for a life of isolation and disappointment. Why read the cards when you already know what they say? I will die on this island, as will you.
I don't have a fate, so no. All is not lost.
Ha! Spoken like one who just crawled from the wreckage. You have no idea of the forces that conspire against us. Dead Kel is no mere man, no, no, no.
He is touched by Akara. As long as his ship, Requiem, remains harbored here on Gallows End, none of us are free. Get me that ship, and perhaps I will tell you what you wish to know. Perhaps.
Dead Kel knows Akara?
It is said that Dead Kel is the only mortal to have ever laid eyes upon Akara, to have spoken with him as an equal. Not even the Scion has been so close, and she is linked to Akara through magic. Now you know why Dead Kel remains a threat long after he was supposedly killed by the Alpha. He is not a natural thing. His life is both blessing and curse.
Tell me about the ship.
It is called the Requiem. Years ago, the vessel belonged to Dead Kel's lover, the Whispering Witch. But when his own flagship, the Stormbringer, was sunk off the coast, he needed a replacement. As far as I know, it is the only seaworthy ship on all of Gallows End. And what a prize it would be to possess.
I'll get you off this island.
Then you will succeed where all others have failed. You will not secure the Requiem, because you will die long before you even lay eyes upon it. Fate cannot be changed. It's a tragedy, because I would have told you everything. Return if you need my sight.
I'll be fine. You worry too much. So, we're about to steal a dead man's ship. Can't believe you just killed Yogi and Boo Boo. Man, fuck Yogi and Boo Boo.
Yes.
Guys, need any help?
Stand clear. Our business does not concern you, Longlegs. Pepin will be back momentarily with the tome, and then we will be on our way. Until then, do not interfere.
What is the tome?
It is called the Tome of Contrition, and it is a record of gnomish experience throughout the ages. But that is all I can say. To reveal more could be detrimental to our expedition. Now, if only Pepin would return from undersea fasting. A dread cloud hangs above this island. I can feel it.
How did the tome get here?
The Tome of Contrition was stolen by the Diverga in one of their barbaric raids. During the Edessa migration, we gnomes transported many artifacts from across the seas to the Great Library. The temptation was too much for such savages. But of all the relics lost to us, the Tome of Contrition is the most important. It is not my place to explain, and not yours to know. I will put it this way. The loss of such a book could do irreparable harm.
I'll find him.
I'm not sure. Obviously, I cannot pursue him. It is my duty to stay here, to see to our higher purpose. But something must be done. Pepin's tardiness is a concern. Fine. Yes, it is decided. You may find Pepin, and you will be rewarded for doing so. But I accept no responsibility for your safety.
That's fine.
None whatsoever.
That's okay.
Be gone now.
How odd. What brings you down here? Oh, I see. Leave it to Templar Tensez to send me an assistant. And a lofty one at that. She has no confidence in me. Never has. There's no need for aid. I have the situation under control. Mostly. Just wait. When I'd return, tome in hand, she will have no choice but to boast of my valor. Everyone believes I'm a failure, but I will prove my worth. This is not a job.
Oh. I don't even know what the hell I grabbed. All right, hold on now. Hey Vincent, how's it going, dude? I'm doing well. It's been a good day. I decided to become a madman today and just play through the entirety of the first Space Marine game. So, yeah. I've been on a bit of a Warhammer kick lately.
Cycle the Third, the pirate? Oh, Netta, if you could only see the skies over Gallows End. Magnificent. Do you recall the base-born myth of the Pirate King? They called him Dead Kel. Well, he lives, my love, and is as existent as you or I. Not only that, but has built quite the harbor on our hidden isle. Years of his miserable life have been spent in this grand endeavor, time that could have been better spent. Strange. All my records indicate that Dead Kel was butchered not long ago by the Alfar of all people. Clearly, such reports were erroneous. I must tread carefully. Dead Kel's minions prowl the wharves and tidal pools, and he promises the gallows to any who come seeking his capture. I do not wish to risk a misunderstanding. Oh, Netta, I grow so weary of this isolation. This leave-taking may very well be the death of me.
Will see. I swear it.
good to see you again.
Wait, what?
It's good to see you again, even if you were.
Well, we got the book. Playing Valhalla? Hell yeah. I gotta get back into that game. I got like pretty far into it and then I stopped. Probably because I was already burnt out. Dude, I don't need this many fucking potions of damage boost. God damn. I'm just... Oh, well, hey, I only saw a small snippet of it, but did find the book of, that, what was it, the Sons of Laz? Just when that NPC was supposed to die. I think he was supposed to die. It could also be just a random chance. Given the fact that, you know, he has dialogue if you talk to him after the fact, so, happy little accident, I suppose. Because that's what I thought too, and then he, you know, he still stood around and lived.
It would be you, wouldn't it? I should have known Pepin would fail. He's never done otherwise. Well, the expedition has proven successful, and that is all that matters.
He's still in the cave.
This is one mistake that will not make its way into the Tome of Contrition. That is certain. Now we must depart. It is a long voyage back to Edessa. A pity our vessels are built for the gnomish frame. Otherwise, I might have brought you with us. Yes, it is quite a pity. Goodbye.
Yeah, Pepin is still in, he's still in the cave. He's still alive and breathing. I'm not dead! Quit telling everybody I'm dead! And I can still hear his voice. Oh, come on. Nice. I do slightly recall this part being a little confusing to navigate. Only a little bit, though. Unless, wait a minute. Oh, yep, hold on. I'm going the wrong way! Tales of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. Exactly. How is this whole place navigated? Ugh, I hate it. It's like, you know what I've been seeing a lot lately? I see, I keep seeing pictures of, like, you know, like, roads that exist IRL. That, you know, that wind about and all that. They twist and turn, and then they have another, like, straight road after that, and it's a meme where it's like, well, why didn't they just make the road straight all the way down here? And I'm just like thinking that in my head, but with this particular scenario. Whoa, we got a lot of stuff from that. Hold on. Aegon's Crested Helm, cool. Wait, is that all the pieces of Aegon's? Hold on. We got the helmet. We do not have the cuirass, actually. Never mind. So, though, that's another piece of armor that we have. Stone hand gauntlets. Lunala's tear, or tear. Lightning damage, ice damage, not really my thing.
So, you escaped the cove, did you? I assume that Rast survived too. She's luckier than most, even if she's too daft to realize it.
Oh, you're alive.
You're strong. Perhaps even tough enough to help me steal the Requiem. I need someone with muscle to help me smash those gears.
You're not dead!
My injuries were not as serious as I made them appear. I followed you and Rast through the flooded cavern to the beach, and then made for the forest. It was the only way to avoid Cape Solace. I couldn't let them see me. Not after what they did.
What gears?
I was hoping to sneak into Dark Harbor and secure the Requiem. Once my mission is finished, I'll need a way to get back off this cursed island. But one cannot sail the ship without first opening the harbor wall, a vast mechanism of locks and gears.
You're not mute.
Yes, I can talk. The Diverger didn't cut out my tongue. The murder of my family didn't shock me into silence. None of the stories are true. I hid my voice so as not to be suspected. Words betray more than their mere meanings.
Rast trusted you.
Why do you think everyone in Rathia considers Rast Brassigan a travesty? She's far too trusting to be a sailor. However, she did get me back to Gallows End, and for that I am thankful. And she was kind. Far too kind. Now that I'm home again, I will have my revenge. I will kill the Scion as she meant to kill me.
I killed the old Scion. Also, I just realized, I think Rast Bradigan, I think that might be a Futurama reference. Because it sounds very close to Zap Brannigan. That may have been what they were going for. Actually, hold on. What was the name of the ship that Rast sailed? There's only one other way to tie that that comparison together. Alright, well, Rast's ship is called the Calamity, and Zap's ship is called the Starship Nimbus. So, I don't know if those two things are, similar. I don't think they are, because Nimbus obviously is a cloud. And Calamity is, you know, Calamity is everything, a lot of bad things that happen. Why kill the old Scion?
Simple. She killed my mother. Not with her own two hands, no, but with her treachery. They were close, Pima and my mum, like sisters. All that changed when the village chose their next scion. Not even friendship can weather the jealousy of power. Pima lied to Alda, and she had my mother marked as a thief and a harlot. This island was our whole lives, and suddenly we were no longer welcome. We were set out to sea alone, without food or water, at the mercy of the frostbreak.
Your mother was the Scion?
No. She never became the scion. She was chosen. The honor lasted but a day. Those few hours were my mother's happiest. For once in her long, hard Scrabble life, she had been special. She died with a smile on her pretty face. I was adrift for weeks until the Diverger found me, and I was sold into slavery. Even then, so long ago, I knew I wouldn't be satisfied with anything but revenge.
Have you ever killed anyone?
I've never killed anyone, no. It doesn't matter. She killed my mother. She betrayed us and left us to die under a torrid sun, and I will make her pay for it. Either help me or step aside. I've waited long enough, and I don't intend to wait another moment.
Let me kill a Scion.
No. I appreciate your offer, but this is personal. I must take her last breath with these hands. Otherwise, my mother can never truly rest in peace. Goodbye.
Alright then. Well, I'm heading in anyway. It's a nice looking ship. Doors are open. We'll turn this quest in, and they'll probably be where we end it for the night. Ah, damn. Oh. Oh, shit. The hell are you? Bloodgrin. Well, he's dead now.
I must confess, my suggestion to steal the ship was made in jest. I never expected this.
Surprise?
My own fate has always kept me trapped on gallows end. I never dared to dream of escape. But you possess a quality, something I have never seen before. You did as you promised. Now I must do in kind. What do you wish to know?
Will you leave the island?
If you had asked me such a question not but one day ago, I would have said yes. Without a shadow of a doubt. But things have changed. Call it fate, call it destiny, call it the will of blasted Akara. An event is coming, and I wish to be a witness. I will stay. For now.
What does the Dead Kel want?
He wanted to embrace death. He was ready. His peace was made. Akara, in his incredible ignorance, saved Dead Kel from the eternal black. I don't know what the pirate wants, but I understand his rage.
Where is Dead Kel?
The Fallen One is not a surface dweller. He died once, and ever since he's preferred to stay beneath the ground. Akara Tor is his lair. Despite their history, Dead Kel and the great Akara are still connected. Where you find one, you will find the other.
I'm as good as my word.
Yes, which is rare on this island of scavengers and fanatics. I trust you, even though many years of hardship has taught me to do otherwise. I will confide in you, because despite my wish to leave this place, I have no desire to hurt the stranded souls that wish to stay. There is a spy in Cape Solace, one who is not as they appear, one who plans to disrupt the offering.
Who is the spy?
If I could reveal their identity, I would. But my sight only tells me how the threads travel, not where or to whom. This figure is powerful, magical, and wields a strong grip over fate, same as you. Use your gift. Open your eyes to the signs. If you are willing to see in a new way, you will find the one you are looking for.
Why disrupt the offering?
Akara. Our island god may be a devil and a manipulator, but he remains powerful. That is what this is all about. Dead Kel was formed by Akara's own hand. The moment he was created, his true evil was apparent. The great Akara turned his back on Kel. Ever since then, the dreaded pirate has plotted to receive the blessing denied him, but without success.
I'll end this plot.
I know you will. I have not seen it in the cards, but you are beginning to give me faith in the impossible. Go to the new sire, Alder's wife, Bridget, and protect her from this threat. Take these potions. They will help you track the spy. Be careful. Not everyone is Dead Kel. Not everyone can defeat death. Hurry to Cape Solace.
Your ship's mine now, bitch.
Marvelous! You stole the Requiem. What's the dreaded pirate to do now without his ship? Our passage from the island is secure. That is, if you're interested in leaving. And if you stay, I stay.
Can we leave the island?
You know how I feel, but to remind you, I hate this place. I wish it would sink into the sea forever. Needless to say, I'm eager to leave, but I won't abandon you. Anytime you wish to return to Rathir, I'll take you. But until then, I'm staying right here.
Thanks for the loyalty.
Do not thank me. We stand together, you and I. We started this journey as companions, but the fires of adversity have made us something more. Friends. And I don't let my friends down. Well, not counting that time with Garant. He died. Now
Good to know.
Find the turncoat. If Dead Kel means to disrupt the village's ceremony, he will do so soon.
Alright. So we'll handle all that stuff in the next part of Amalur. So just a quick reminder for the schedule for the week. So Thursday, I think I'm dead set on doing Warframe on Thursday, so we're going to do that. Friday is going to be more Warhammer 3. We're going to be starting our next campaign with Macbeth and Company, which I think we know what campaign we're doing. It's going to be it's going to be a Vermintide campaign. So there are going to be two teams. One team will be playing as the Skaven, and the other team will be playing as the Empire. I think we're also adding in Kislev as part of that. So yeah, just for the sake of there being more lords involved. Basically, whoever holds the city of Altdorf by a certain point in the turn, but by a certain turn, wins the campaign. But I think we get, I think there's like a set number of turns we have until like the war against the Skaven and the Empire starts. So yeah, we'll obviously we'll go through the rules once we get onto that. But that'll be happening on Friday. And then yeah, we'll be back again with more Amalur on Saturday. Also, quick thing, if you're not in the Discord server and are not a part of WPW but are interested in watching WPW and all that stuff, I kind of did a big fucky wucky. I was saying for the past few episodes and even the past few weeks now that the pay-per-view Stand Your Ground was going to be held on May 3rd. I just realized that I forgot I do a bi-weekly schedule. Because, and also, you know, I think it is because of when I had to push the one show back for when I was in Illinois. That may have also had something to do with it. Because obviously we had our last episode on the 12th. Naturally, the next episode would be on the 26th, and I want at least one more episode before we head into Stand Your Ground. But I forgot that May 3rd is literally the week after the 26th of April. which would mean I would be doing 2 shows back to back, which is not what I want to do. And because of that, I would naturally push it back to the 10th, but Maestro's unfortunately going to be gone in Boston during that time, so I'm going to be pushing it back again by another week, unfortunately. Which, you know, on one hand, I kind of see as a positive note, because one, I would prefer if Maestro would be here to commentate with me, and also it gives me more time to get stuff recorded and also do other things that I got planned for the pay-per-view. So I think the new date for Stand Your Ground is going to be on the 17th of May, which would mean I'm going to be probably crunching for time and may have to push back the anniversary show, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But yeah, in the meanwhile, I'm gonna go find something to raid. We're gonna save it though, obviously. Alright. Now let's see. Who is alive tonight? And whoop. Oh, you know what? I got Bulldog on right now. He's currently playing Banjo-Kazooie. So I'll probably send the raid over to him. But as I get this raid set up, just remember everyone, if you guys enjoyed... Oh, hey, you know, actually, you know, fun thing. Fun fact. Because he's playing Banjo-Kazooie. Obviously, the music in the game was done by Grant Kirkhope, who also did the music for Amalur. So, yeah. Yeah, as I get this raid set up, just remember everyone, if you guys enjoyed what you've seen and you haven't already, don't forget to follow over here on Twitch, turn on notifications for whenever we go live, the links below, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads, so get any and all stream updates and announcements that I may have. There's also a link to my YouTube channel that you can subscribe to, because that's where I post the VODs for the Mount Blade Mighty series, as well as the main playthroughs we do for the channel, as well as WPW Saturday Night Showdown news from the bunker and shorts, whenever I get shorts. So yep, I'm gonna get the raid out. Raid message, the bounty hunter has arrived. Make sure to go let him know who has arrived on his doorstep. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all have a terrific Tuesday night, evening, morning, whatever the case may be. And I will see you guys Thursday for some Warframe. Have a good night, everyone, and see ya.